Twilight, the controversial saga has made so many girls come in their vaginas. But is this new vampire phase the real deal? Or just a load of shit that doesn't crack vomit? Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alan Gibson. Some of you know me from my work with my queer friend Black Squeak for the sports show Final Round. Well, after convincing some fuckers that they need someone to tell it how it is with society, I now have my own show. My guest here tonight to talk about this is Robert Patterson.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, what makes this franchise so popular? After watching the film due to many being excited over the release of New Moon this week, I decided to watch this, and quite frankly, it sucks so much that I'd rather watch a bullshit on a headless chicken that runs around and spurts shit on babies.
I thought that my acting was good. I get girls trying to get to my RV all the time and I get frenzied with autograph signings.
And I'm going to tell you why that is the case. Because you're hot and a vampire.
Why, thank you.
No, retard, that means you can't act for shit. The director was terrible and slowed the film far too much. The ending was anticlimactic and the only fight scene, which people frenzy over vampires when that happens, was like bitch slapping. The acting is just as bad. This film doesn't deserve a sequel, but because capitalists love how it can make profit, because girls come in their vaginas over you, the cunts made another one.
If it has that much of a following, doesn't that make it a successful film?
Yes, but it doesn't make it a good film. Look at Alien vs. Predator. The films were horrendous as watching a fucking sloth. But it made money and added new chapters to the franchise. The franchise stays alive because it makes money, and quite frankly people want a better film. Only book followers and masturbators will carry on watching this film.
Next you'll say the books are just as bad.
Let me put it this way. If Stephen King, one of the greatest authors of our generation, criticizes your writing in the books, then you know it's bad.
That's just pure biased thought from one of your Twilight hatters.
Well, people would agree with it, but when you break down the books, no, he is right. The books are written by a retarded monkey with no hands. For example, in the first book they started talking because Edward wanted to eat her because of her smell, then realizes it's true love. How the fuck does that make sense?
It is supposed to be a love story, you know.
Which is poorly written and makes no sense. What would have been better would have been Edward wanted to kill her, so sets her up for the kill, but after getting to know her and reading her mind eventually, can't bring himself to do it. Instead he just says, I wanted to eat you, but now I want to eat your vagina. And Jesus Christ, what is the deal with sparkling in sunlight? Just say you have smallpox and you're safe. Meyer misses out so much, it's unbelievably bad.
So what if the books are written badly? It still is a great story.
Let me teach you fuckers some common sense. A story becomes great if it's narrated and written good. That's why books such as To Kill a Mockingbird, The Catcher in the Rye and The Green Mile have so much praise. You cannot say a book is great if it's written bad, and the stupid thing is people have admitted they don't like the writing, but like the book. Are you fuckers midly retarded? Meyer's writing makes J.K. Rowling look like Jesus.
Aren't you being a bit harsh, Gibby? The books aren't perfect, but what is? It's a great story that tells about forbidden love, only it's better because it has a vampire in it. People would love to get it on with a vampire.
Put it this way, New Moons promotes the idea that if a guy dumps you and says he doesn't love you anymore, he doesn't mean it. All you have to do is beg and destroy your life to prove that you really love him, and he'll come right back and love you even more. And two, it is perfectly cool to string along innocent but decent guys who are crushing on you and then dump them immediately as soon as your ex-boyfriend reappears, and totally normal if said ex-boyfriend forbids you from seeing your old friend. After all, your love for your ex must be far stronger, because he makes you feel alive and dangerous, since he's always on the verge of killing you and stalking you. We can't really mention that enough.
You stole that from crack.com, didn't you?
Yes, because it's so fucking true. So I will link it, and we'll credit them with this. And don't get me started with the rest of the books. They hint at pedophilia with Jacob in The Newborn, when he calls it his imprint, that sex is okay with a vampire, because he loves you even thought it hurt like hell, that sexual assault is okay, because ladies will like it eventually, and that leading on and loving two guys is absolutely fine, because you feel bad about it.
You people all got this from the books.
Because some common sense people had to realize what these books, thanks to the poor writing of Stephanie Meyer, really are.
So go on, you ginger bastard. Why are these books so popular then if the books are what you say they are?
Because humans have an unhealthy obsession with vampires. They're always physically portrayed as attractive in modern times and everyone loves them. The thought of falling in love with one is what many girls dream of. Plus other monsters are either ugly or hairy. So why not be a vampire?
I think this will piss off a lot of people.
And my response to any other unhappy fuckers is this: go fuck yourself. That is my show under apps. I'll be back with another rant sometime soon. See you all later.